It's nice that the Malaysian king knows about me. Yeah. The king of Malaysia knows about me. Can you believe this? I mean the circle. Let's keep it this way. Anyway, I'm not talking here about the king of Malaysia. I'm talking about why it's nice doing these signals. Yeah, nice this way. Anyway, this video is about Moscow and Russia. I mean, there is some sort of talk. It is يعني, do you see Moscow, Kazakhstan, Chechnya, Syria? There is talk. It didn't reach the level of being serious. There is people who say it and say if Russia is a Muslim nation, all what they are doing is going to be more accepted in Syria and Kazakhstan and other places. But it is communist, and its history is a so-called Christian crusade, so-called, have nothing to do with the Son of Virgin Mary. And I'm telling Mr. Putin, the president, these freaks, the so-called Christian religious leader in Moscow, and don't what is the word? Don't give them the attention. At the time of Romanov, they used them, and the Romanov used to rape children. This is finished. You know what the communists did to them. There is reason, legitimate reason, why they were angry with the Christian church, so-called Christian church. I'm not saying all. Don't be angry. This is the truth. Shuf. Yeah. So it's good. It's good that Mr. Putin knows about me bad. Nice. I don't know how to explain it, and that even some would say that it would be without even, I mean, if they play it, this is considered a threat to the Western national security, by the way, that Moscow would adopt, I don't want to be naive here, but let me be naive, adopt the Islamic representation. Okay? That it would be like a khilafah. There will be a debate by a minority who will reject this, but the majority of the public, if Russian play it the way Erdogan is playing it. I mean, I go and I meet a lot of people among the Muslims. All levels, even the naive among them. They have respect to Erdogan. Though inside Turkey, يعني 50% تقريبا, or less little bit, don't want Erdogan. Or less. For reasons, especially now after the currency and thing. But people in general, I mean, if you go to this group that will show resistance, dealing with Turkey is not like dealing with America. dealing with Turkey is not like in Syria. They deal with Turkey in a different way than dealing with Russia. I don't know how to say it. Someone will say this, you're almost living in... Especially that Russia is no longer communist. Do you consider yourself communist? It's just a name, like China. I don't want to talk a lot about it. I'm not going to go and say... I mean, Russia is more... Listen to this. More capable to adopt Islam. More than the West. Far more than the West. Russia. Adopting Islam. I'm serious. I'm not saying... I'm not the absolute easy, moderate way. Even when it's come to the structure of the government... we should all observe the instruction of God, Almighty Allah. But even when it's come to the structure of the government in one second. Once I was sitting, and my mother came to me and she entered the room. Wallah, I'm not lying. Wallahi, I'm not lying. And Allah is my witness. And she was, أعوذ بالله, أنا خفت. I was scared that she would notice. And something entered the room. This is in Riyadh in 2010. And she was sitting. She sat and I was in this, it's like a living room where I sleep. And she came and she sat. And all of a sudden something entered from the window. And she saw it. And I was up. She said, and he was smiling, this creature. I'm sorry, I understand that this is crazy. Marwan, my brother, would remember a lot of things, but he lost it. And they entered. Wallahi, I am not lying. Allah is my witness. And she said, did you see this? This thing? And they went through the wall. Alhamdulillah, I said, oh, no. Huh? I didn't, just... Why I am in this topic? Forget about this point. Forget about this point. I'm just saying because I'm just imagining things. Some talk. There is a talk. There is a certain. There is people who are talking about this topic. If Russia is a Muslim nation, I mean, you can't say. I'm sorry. I don't want to start this topic talking in this way because people would use it in a different way, criticizing Islam. But look at the Muslim country. Look at the measurement of what's called human right. Look what the West did. Look what the West did to us in the Holy Land. Illegal attacks. Holding all of this history of an extremely, what is the word? Darkness that helped in reshaping Europe and West the way it is, so that they would colonize other people country, establish the so-called Israeli state. And doing what they did in the Middle East. And then human rights, things like that. So that the hand had the legitimacy to do things. But Russia, I mean, it could be like another Muslim country, except more powerful. It would be, for example, like Malaysia. There is always concerns, and every country called Muslim, there is always at this era, at this century, after these divisions, countries and Dar al-Islam, there will be always some question about human rights. Russia would be like, for example, Malaysia, except it would be more powerful. The Muslim world would show respect and accept Russia more and more. I understand that this is almost like dreams in Disneyland, but it's true. Now Russia is gaining curses. There is a lot of people in Kazakhstan and in Syria who curse and want Russia to be destroyed for certain reason. But if Russia is a normal Muslim country, the normal Islam, Sunni, like Shishan, for example, even if it's not, now people would think that I'm referring to this point in a certain way or shape. No, just be open. Think outside the box, they say, things like that. These are freaks in the church in Moscow. Watch out from these people. They got nothing to do. They have something to do with the Antichrist. Al-Masih al-Dajjal, not the Messiah. Worldwide. I'm sorry, don't be angry. You should go and show respect to them. If they are in a church, it's your choice. We respect you. People of the book. Don't go outside the church. Keep them there. And try to be obedient. Not only them, others as well. I was going to delete the video because I mentioned something about 2010. I'm going to leave it. So what? Why should I delete it? Yeah, why not? I'm imagining things. It never happened, ever. Understand me? Hey. At the end, Russia is an enemy nation. A nation that is an enemy nation that deserve to be ruined and destroyed because they affect us bad. 1 million so-called Israeli Goyim Jew unhappy with what happened to the Serbs who killed a lot of native Bosnian Muslims. And even in the West, they want to send a message to the Muslim world that the Eastern Church is bad. Not like the Western. Bush Jr. said it's a crusade. I mean, how many he killed in Iraq? this world. هذا خالد بن سلمان اللي دائما يقول ما في إلا هو، ما في إلا هو، ما في إلا هو. هو خالد بن سلمان ولا؟ وغيره طبعا. I feel I'm old, getting older. In regard of this prince, this is therapy. The channel is therapy for me. Prince Andrew. Oh. Did he rape her? The girl. I'm not saying did he have sex or not. I'm saying did he rape her? No, there is a difference between having sex with 70 years old and a half, and there is a difference between having sex with such someone or raping. If he didn't rape her, he didn't do any mistake. Oh, the sex trafficking itself, oh, this is another story, but he's not concerned in this, is he? Why you are putting your nose? Fuck you, you're always putting your nose in things that you shouldn't. In Middle East, I'm gonna talk about anything I want. I'm not attacking anyone, I'm just saying the truth. I mean, I'm not talking about how much he should give her because of this picture. No, I'm not just saying if he didn't rape her, it is not. I mean, I'm sorry for her. I'm not showing disrespect to her. I don't know what happened. Is it normal relation? Hi, Your Highness things. No beating in any sort. Hi, miss. You're gonna meet the prince. Something like this. It's wrong. But you're making it right now in our Ismaili land, by the way. Yeah. I mean, if I compare him with other so-called princes, oh, he's nice. Though I don't like him, Andrew. I don't like him. He said once something about Islam. Anyone say anything bad about Islam, I don't like him. I don't like him immediately. So I'm not saying I like him or not. I'm saying there is some sort of exaggeration. Shall we call him Mr. or Miss? I mean, Mr. or Your Highness? Randy Andy. Yeah. Russia. Communist. I always had this feeling toward communists, and I understand that I always say some crazy things sometimes, but it's your right. I have dealt with, I have made some connection, or I observed, or I noticed this taghut of communism. I understand that you will never understand, because communism was like a religion. So many people died worshipping the Communist Party. They worshipped the Communist Party, and they died for the Communist Party. And so many choose to die bravely. Even at the time of Stalin, they said he's not good enough to rule our country. We are more loyal to the communist principles, and they died. They don't believe in God. I'm talking about this one. It's a very terrible creature. We cannot say that it's living or not living. Terrible. The so-called Christian, they might be worse, but they don't like it. Their jeepers don't like it. There is so many Jesus, by the way. All of these Jesus are the representation of the coming Antichrist. It's easy to understand Islam, and it's hard sometimes. I'm getting old. I hope I won't lose it. My health is affected. A lot of thinking is not good. A lot of anger. Not sadness, no. Being upset, tense, not good. When you know that someone took things that they shouldn't take, they touched things that they shouldn't touch, and they crossed the line, and you just can't eliminate them. Can't. Revenge. Zara! It's not a good feeling. I'm not feeling normal this night. I'm not using any drugs whatsoever. Russia. Things will be changing if Russia adopts Islam. Oh yeah, they would be absolutely. I mean, there is people inside Russia who said if we are Muslim, we would control everything. Even the Holy Land. If, for example, you become a power and you kick those golems or turn off the darkness of the so-called Israeli state, you would be like the Ottoman Empire, the Russian Islamic Khilafah, not empire. I understand. Naive and ununderstood. The West wouldn't like this, of course. May they be in destruction. I mean, I'm gonna die then in a combination. Even those who I really care for in England are old. British, old. And of course I care for the children. I don't like it. Why am I mentioning this? I'm just saying. There is terrible things happening in the Middle East. I don't like what's happening in the Ishmaelian territory. It would be better for us if Moscow is a Muslim. That's what I'm trying to say. Muslim Moscow. Even if there is no Khilafah or whatever. By playing it accurately on the diplomatic level, people, the Muslim world would, not a so-called Shia, be careful. There is other things that I want to say, but I'm not gonna say. You have no right to delete my video because I said they always say things about Muhammad, about Islam, destroy this satanic whatever religion. They say this. Those who created reactions all over the world. India would be absolutely under an Islamic rulership right now if there is no West. Oh yeah, there would be. There would be no back. There would be. The Islam would be flourishing in India, flourishing. A corner of planet Earth that is flourishing with Islam. economically, poets, socially, productivity, industrial. Muslim will do pilgrim to India just to visit and to study. So, something far bigger than Turkey. When it was a Khilafah, India would be. If the West didn't colonize India. It's all affecting my life. Affecting Ismailian. The prostitution right now is exploding in Saudi Arabia. Explosion of prostitution. Prostitution. Money for sex. I would never have sex with money for money. Women for money. I might change. But take some money and spread your legs. I don't like this. No. It's a huge number, Ben Salman, of prostitutes. Look, and active and work right now. I'm not putting the blame on them, no. من هذا الكلب؟ من هذا أنت؟ يلا خلوكم تتفرجون لحظة. هذا يفتح كتب ولا؟ وين مكانه هذا؟ وين مكانه؟ أنا أهم شي ما حد يعاديني بس. أنا تعبان مرة. هذا يفتح كتب صح؟ وش الكتاب اللي يفتح يدور فيه؟ عادي يتفرج وينجوي. So what? What did they do? I put whatever I want. وين يتكلم؟ Homeless guy said this about us. Sharia law books. Found it. You shouldn't watch it.